brand new cover athlete, the return of a fan favorite game mode, long-awaited additions to franchise mode, along with a certain important feature missing from franchise mode, which is a deflating disappointment. Madden 24's first look is here, and I'm going to take you through every step of the way so you can determine whether or not Madden 24 is a game that you actually want to spend your hard-earned money on. We'll start by completely analyzing the reveal trailer. Quick disclaimer, literally every small detail that I come across in the trailer I'm going to pause and analyze, so there's your fair warning.
I was made for this, and now I'm rebuilt and rewired, with teammates who have my back, just like I have theirs.
It does suck that the first thing we see is negative, but I paused it here because as you can tell, EA Sports, although this is their big reveal trailer, they didn't change the Cardinals uniforms. Like, this is the old Cardinals uniforms. It bothers me so much because, like, the cosmetic stuff is, like, the easiest stuff for them to change, and the fact they didn't change it for their big reveal trailer, so not the best of starts.
Hit, cut, and scramble.
Was that Josh Jacobs? Why does that not look like Josh Jacobs running the football? Like, that looks nothing like Josh Jacobs at all. So we got a little new catch animation there, which we'll see a lot of that. It's actually an interception, so poor Kirk Cousins. Why'd they have to pick Kirk Cousins to throw the pick? One thing that I'm noticing is that, like, a lot of the player models, like, they still look so dang funky. It's like the players who have the generic player models and don't have their face scan in the game, they just look so dang robotic.
I showed him I was done.
So it looks like Kirk Cousins kind of fighting with Micah Parsons there, but it looks kind of weird. It's not face mask on face mask. He looks like he's definitely to the right of Micah. So, like, I think they're trying to get the point across that, like, he was trying to get in his face, but, like, doesn't really do it for me, you know? It just looks like a really strange, really weird, robotic altercation. Speaking of player models, like, 98 right here. Like, that just is the funkiest player model in all of Madden. Like, that just, like, to me, that does not look like a real person, bro. It's one of my main gripes with the game. It's just like, I feel like every single, at least starter in the NFL should have their face scan in the game, you know? So they don't all feel like generic robots.
Off the cuff.
Now that drop like there definitely looks pretty neat. Like, that definitely looks like a different, like, type of animation with the drop.
And on the run.
Oh no. Oh no. I'll tell you now, the first time that Patrick Mahomes completes a pass like that against me in a head-to-head, I'm quitting. Is that supposed to be Devonta Smith? Why does Devonta Smith look bigger than Jason Kelce, dude? Devonta Smith is tiny. Like, the celebration itself, though, doesn't look as bad as what they have in years past. I'm pretty sure right before the frame ends, Dallas Goedert is about to just individually hit the whip. The whip is totally like 2017, man. Like, get that out of our game. Freaking boomers.
Cause making plays is the name of the game.
Even Tyreek's, like, player model looks funky. Justin Jefferson's fine. Big. This right here, my friends, massive. Because as it looks like, mini games seem as if they're returning to Madden. But this for sure resembles some sort of punting challenge mini game. Next, this looks like some sort of one-on-one matchup receiver cornerback. I'm assuming that's Matthew Stafford, so this is probably Cooper Kupp here. It still does look like your generic practice field though. Next, it looks like there's some sort of field goal mini game. And next, it looks like we have the little practice dummies here, which is super cool. So they make a return to franchise mode. They said something new, man. Is this some sort of, it says 7 attempts remaining. This has got to be some sort of maybe punting challenge. Maybe you have to get the punt somewhere with one of these squares. I mean, anything, dude, anything new we get on a year-to-year basis, man, you just got to be thankful for. So obviously, Josh Allen is the star here.
I was made
because in Madden 24, our man is 100% confirmed the Madden 24 cover athlete. My only thing, man, is with these trailers, like, these player models, they do look very, very clean, but, like, the player models always in the trailers just look so much better than what they actually do with the game. So, like, you have to take these trailers with such grains of salt. Like, I just hate the way these player models look so freaking robotic, man, and I just still really cannot believe that they didn't think to fix the Cardinals uniforms. Like, it seems like a big deal. Like, it's a trailer, man. Why didn't you think of that? And again, I believe this is Fred Warner here, man. And like, I just cannot believe when you have star players across the league whose face scan is not in the game. Like, am I asking for too much when I feel like at least all the star players in the league should have their face in the game? But next here, we get into the nitty gritty. Very important initial deep dive into Madden 24. About to give you all the new features and all the new game modes coming to Madden 24. So starting off with the gameplay, they have some new features like Hit Everything 2.0, Skill-Based Passing 2.0. So like, this kind of stuff always sounds nice in theory, but you just never know until you actually get your hands on the game. Smarter AI enables smoother and more realistic player action and reaction to the plays you call, providing more confidence that your AI teammates will execute your gameplay the way you intend. Focusing on QB awareness and behavior, ball carrier AI, blocking AI, DB awareness and pass coverage, and post-play emotion enhancements, which the closed beta does come out tomorrow, it looks like. So if I get my hands on that and you guys want my input on how the game plays, let me know and I'll make a vid. Now this, my friends, is interesting. Sapien technology, Elite Forward and character technology, introducing new anatomically accurate NFL player skeletons. Now, we already talked about it in the trailer. Like, a lot of the players with those generic models still look so dang funky. Like, they don't look real. And until, like, they fix that, like, it messes, in my opinion, with the immersion. Like, if you're playing with Fred Warner and he just looks like not Fred Warner, it just feels stupid and pointless that he's Fred Warner in the first place. And yes, we finally have crossplay in Madden, but as I click the crossplay guide, it's not necessarily probably what you're hoping for, because right here, what modes will crossplay support? In Madden 24, you can choose crossplay and online head-to-head, Madden Ultimate Team, Superstar KO, and Superstar Showdown, which we'll get to in a minute. There's no franchise mode. Franchise mode was the #1 thing that we needed crossplay for, so we could have big franchises with your friends on other platforms, rather it be PC or PlayStation. But you know what? You'll have to just deal playing head-to-head against your friend on another platform, because franchise mode, as of right now, no crossplay, which is just like, if you're not gonna put it in franchise mode, like, what's the freaking point? Now, before we do dive into the massive franchise mode improvements, but even though there's no crossplay, still, franchise mode has some massive improvements coming that we've been asking for years. But first, the return of Superstar! Face of the franchise is gone. Old Superstar mode is supposedly coming back, being called Superstar the League. It's only on next-gen consoles and PC. Achieve greatness in your NFL career with game-changing control thanks to Field Sense. Customize your avatar and build your legacy, progressing from the combine to draft pick to 99 overall, and you can navigate all new minigames and live player grading across a variety of positions. This should be a dub, but we thought the same thing with Face of the Franchise, so it's another one of those things. It sounds great in theory, man, but we just really can't tell whether or not it's a dub until we get our hands on it, man. And with that comes a Superstar Showdown game mode. Show off and show out in this all-new atmosphere. Progress your avatar and play with and against friends in 3v3 matchups. Call your plays on the fly like a dominant superstar. Get real-time player grading and do it in style, sporting the hottest gear in the game. So this does sound like a combination of like Superstar KO and the Yard a little bit. Oh, wow. Something I actually didn't see myself is that these two new game modes are not available on PlayStation and Xbox versions, but Face the Franchise and the Yard are available on PlayStation 4 and Xbox versions. But now, time to get to franchise mode! And there really are some very big additions here. Upgrade your team with fan-favorite minigames, returning to Madden 24. Test your skills with dozens of new minigames, including moving obstacles and destructible targets in franchise training camp or weekly strategy. I'm kind of confused, including moving obstacles and destructible targets. What does that mean? Like, what does that actually mean? But next, utilize a streamlined team relocation feature with new cities, logos, and uniforms to create your own franchise story. So they teased a few years ago that we were going to have additions when it comes to relocation options, uniforms, new teams, etc. 2 years ago, and we're finally getting it now. So I hope it's a dub. So I don't know if this means you're going to be able to start your franchise as the relocated team, or if it's like in years past where you have to like start as an existing team and then like maybe a year or two down the line, you get to relocate then. I'm hoping I'm hoping you can start as a relocated team, but we'll have to see. Build your future using Free Agency 2.0 by restructuring contracts and making counteroffers to cornerstone playmakers. So restructuring contracts is a big thing we've been asking for. Acquire and retain superstars using 50 new unique draft generators, new trade logic tuning, 6 trade slots, and new talent trees for coaches. So much to take in there. So for starters, it sounds like the draft generator is going to be better to where we actually get some unique prospects in the draft classes when you don't download and use custom draft classes. Because it's like last year, all the draft classes felt the same and everybody was just like mid, you know? New trade logic tuning, which the game always needs because it's just definitely not realistic. But finally, 6 trade slots. Oh my God, brothers, we've been asking for this for years. We thought we might get it in the game last year, but finally, we get to use up to 6 trade slots when making a trade in franchise mode. I've also heard, though, it can only be 3 players and 3 draft picks, which at the end of the day, that's better than just having 3 players / draft picks being able to be included in the trade. But also heard as well that you can use draft picks in trades up to 3 years in the future. So next year when you start your franchise, you should be able to send draft picks and trades from the 2024 class to 2025 and 2026 class. So that, my friends, I will say is probably the biggest dub I've read yet. It also looks like there's some new commissioner tools to customize your experience. We'll have to see how in depth that is. It'd be awesome if you were able to like customize divisions. But let's not get too ahead of ourselves. Remember who we're freaking talking about here. And Madden Ultimate Team, who really cares? But at the end of the day, as of right now, whether or not you should spend your money on this game, it just really depends how much disappointment you can actually take in your heart. So keep that in mind when you're spending $60 to $80 pre-ordering this game. Now, hopefully, however you took this video, you enjoyed it. And if you did, you can click right here, watch this video. I promise you, it's better than this one.